Hello, welcome to the Backpack Party. My name is Cornell and I am the mom of 2 elementary age kids in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we're going to be talking about education, our children, the future of our country, and of course the backpack bill. If you're like me, you've seen the recent headlines about harmful curriculum in the classrooms and children falling behind because of failing schools. And you've wondered, what can I do about it? And the answer is pretty simple. There's a lot you can do. It's amazing what we can achieve when we stand together. Today's party is an opportunity not just for us to get to know one another better, but to have our voices be heard in the halls of power in Ohio. We can make a lasting difference in the lives of our children. That's what the Backpack Bill is all about. It's education reform in Ohio that allows taxpayer money to follow the child so that each family can choose the right education for their needs. In the next 30 minutes, you'll get to learn facts about how Ohio funds education for students, and you'll hear real-life stories of families who are thriving because of school choice programs, while others are struggling because of the lack of those programs. We will share our stories with our state lawmakers, spread the word about this movement, and last but certainly not least, have a lot of fun making a real difference. To get us started, I'd like to introduce you to education reform advocate and president of Center for Christian Virtue, Aaron Baer, to tell us more about the Backpack Bill.
So the Backpack Bill is educational freedom. What it does is it provides every child in Ohio, grades K to 12, if they opt into it, the ability to access a scholarship to attend the school of their choice. Now, what's unique about the Backpack Bill compared to many other school choice programs in the country is actually every child would be eligible for what's called an educational savings account. So where traditional school choice programs allow a family to access what's called a voucher or scholarship like that to use for private school tuition, an ESA, what the Backpack Bill would create, would allow a family to use that educational savings account on any educational expense. So they could use it for private school tuition if they'd like, but if they decide to home educate, they could also use that ESA for any educational expense. It really opens up the doors for innovation in the educational space. The other thing to keep in mind with the Backpack Bill is no family would be forced to take the Backpack Bill, would be forced to opt into this program. So the public school would still be the first option for every family if that's what they want. However, if that public school is not meeting their needs educationally, if that public school is not being responsive to the concerns of parents about curriculum or other things going on in the school, then that family would be able to hold that school accountable and say, if you do not listen to our needs, if you're not attentive to what our children need, we're taking our child elsewhere, and the dollars are following them. We see this create accountability in so many other spaces, and it's time to bring it to education.
We are so excited to have you join us in this critical time to ensure the educational well-being of our kids, our grandkids, our nieces and nephews, and all the children across Ohio. To get us started, let's find out some of the facts on the state of education in Ohio with a quick trivia game.